Good morning. Happy Tuesday, friends. So I'm in my bedroom. That's just where it's most peaceful, away from the dog and any other noises that could happen. And I wanted to jump on here before my dentist appointment and share my top 10 tips for new consultants. So I'm going to tag some of you guys so that you can tag your teamies if you want. Also, I will be uploading this to YouTube. So I'm going to I've been saying I want to create a YouTube channel for so long, and I'm going to do it. So this will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you have newbies that start and you want to share this video with them, you can do that. So I'm just going to kind of run through them real quick because I have a dentist appointment in like an hour. So, but I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Whoops. Did I just mess it up? Well, shoot. Okay. Well, I invited some of you. So if you are a leader, tag your teamies. Like I said, I'm going to share this on YouTube too. So, because top 10 tips for new consultants, I think would be a great way to start off your newbies and just gives them some like pointers and stuff. Good morning, Becca. Afternoon for you. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right in as I'm multitasking and labeling these catalogs. So, number one out of my top 10 tips for newbies is don't wait to start. So what I mean by that is you get an email from Sensi when you join Sensi, okay? They send you an email, you fill out the information, then they send you another one, and it's basically walks you through like logging into Workstation. It tells you, it has videos, like a little checklist, and it has videos. The videos literally step-by-step walk you through, sorry, I'm getting notifications. Step-by-step walk you through how to open your first party. So how to open your first, your launch party. It walks you through every step of that. How to close your first party. How to navigate your accounts tab. Like basically it walks you through Workstation. So which, when you're new, that can be overwhelming. So you don't have to wait to go through those videos for your sponsor. You can go ahead and start going through those things. Now you can't check off everything on that checklist when you first log in because there are some things that you have to wait for your kit or whatever. But so that's fine. But you can still go through those videos and literally, you know, gain some knowledge from those things. It's super, super helpful. So a lot of times I think our new people join and they're like, oh no, I have to wait now for my sponsor. And you know, what I try to do is between 24 and 48 hours, I try to do the training. So whether it's a video call or in person, if you're local to me, I try to have you come over here so that it's more hands-on. But sometimes that's not always possible. Sometimes people's schedules don't allow for it, whatever the case may be. So logging in to, clicking on that link that Sensi sends to you and logging into Workstation, and watching those videos is super, super awesome and helpful when you're new. So, so don't wait for your sponsor. Go ahead and jump right in. So tip number two, have your launch party. So you've clicked on the link, you've set up your launch party link, which is super easy. It takes like 5 minutes. You can share that on Facebook. The cool thing about like launch party, people always get so nervous when they hear they have to have a launch party. Like they think, oh my gosh, I have to invite all these people to my house, which yes, that would be great. A house party is awesome because people get to hands-on experience Sensi. And Sensi, of course, is an experience, right? So of course an in-person event would be ideal. But there's no right way to throw your launch party. So don't get hung up on, you know, oh, I have to have an in-person, I have to have all these things to have a successful launch party, because that's just not true. You don't have to have, you know, everything in the Sensi catalog to throw a successful launch party. You need a warmer and you need wax, really, because that's the Sensi experience. That's what we're most known for. So don't overthink it. Sorry, I have hair all over me. Don't overthink it. Just have your launch party. So that's tip number 2. Also, announce on Facebook that you're a Scentsy consultant. Don't be ashamed. You love Scentsy. Share it, right? So share why you joined and why you're doing Scentsy. And don't let fear of like what other people think hold you back. I know that's easier said than done, because I remember when I joined, I was like, oh my gosh, what's, Susie Q gonna think if I'm posting Scentsy stuff, But just what I've learned is when you just do it, you get over those fears. And that's how we grow. So facing the fears and a lot of leaders will tell you unbox your kit live on Facebook or Instagram, or take a video and post it. I highly recommend that too, because people get excited when they see all the goodies that you got, and they see the excitement that, you've started your new journey, your new business. So they are more on board with like helping you launch your business. So that's more people that you can invite to your launch party. And like I said, when you're thinking launch party, there's many different ways. You can do an online event, you can do a vendor event, you can do one in your house if you want to. Right now, I know a lot of people are iffy about that with COVID, but if you're not, then by all means, have some family and friends over. You guys, launch parties don't mean that you have to have 10 to 20 people come. Like sometimes 2 or 3 people are the best types of parties, because they're more intimate and you get to show them more things and talk and chat and enjoy it. So, so don't think that just because you only have a couple people that are going to show up, hi Angel, that it's not going to be successful for you, because that is just not true. Some of my most successful and biggest parties are the smaller ones, like 4, maybe 5 people. So, so don't worry about that too much. So tip number 3, and I kind of went over this. You don't need a lot to launch your business. So Scentsy gives you everything that you need in your kit. For my local new consultants, if they want to borrow like some of my stuff, I'm more than happy to do that. But you don't need everything in the catalog to be, to launch your business, like I said before. So, and think of it this way, like when you launch your party, if you set your party goal, your sales goal to be 500, think about all those host rewards that you're going to get, so you can build your stock, so you can build, and have more warmers or a diffuser or oils or more wax or whatever it is that you want. So, a party that, if you have your goal for your launch party to be 500, then you're going to get $75 in free product. You're going to get 3 half-off items, plus we have the perpetual party reward, so technically 4 half-off items. So you're going to be able to get tons of Scentsy products to try. So I recommend trying like our cleaning products, like something from different things that you haven't tried, not just wax and warmers. That way, when you're talking to your customers about our products, you've experienced it yourself, so you are able to then share it with them and let them know how good it is. So, tip number 4, go through your checklist. So, like I said, the first things first on Workstation, do as much as you can. Like I said, too, you can't check off everything, because some of the things include your kit, or having your launch party, like closing it out. Obviously, you can't check that off yet. But go through the videos, open up your launch party link. Make sure at some point though, before like, I like to say within the first like couple of weeks, make sure you check off all of the things on the first things first checklist, because there are incentives that Scentsy gives you right out of the gate. So Shooting Star, if I trained you, you know what Shooting Star is. It's 500 PRV in your first 15 days. And then we have Sensational Start levels 1, 2, and 3. So, and those are all in your new consultant hand guide. So make sure when you're in your workstation, you're checking off all of those first things first, like I was saying, because if those are not all checked off and you do happen to earn Sensational Start, any of the levels, which all have product credit involved, so it's super exciting, you won't get to get those product credits or that award if you don't have everything checked off. So make sure that you check them all off. Tip number 5, make samples with what you have. So either make samples with what comes in your kit. You can do, I think the kits, the Host exclusive kit is even coming with Counter Clean. It kind of depends on what they have, but you can make samples of whatever you get in your kit. So chop up that bar of wax with a crinkle cutter. That's what I use. It doesn't have to be fancy. In the summertime though, I will say I do melt down the wax, and I will make felt samples. So you just dip the felt right in and throw it in a bag. So it does not have to be fancy, but make samples, because that's how people experience Scentsy, and the smell is what sells the product, right? Everybody loves a good smell. So so that is the best way to start making sales, is to get the smells in their noses. Use what you have. You don't have to have all the newest, latest, greatest, and they don't have to be fancy. Like, I don't have my bags nearby, but all I do is chop the wax up and put them in the little, they're like jewelry bags or whatever. You can get them at Walmart for like $2 and you get a whole bunch of them. And I just put the little piece of wax in there, and I throw a label on there saying what scent that is, and then hand those out. So, and make sure you're following up with those people too that you're giving samples to. So if you don't know what a felt sample is, type in YouTube. There's tons of videos on how to make felt samples. Even in this group, I think I did a little video on how to make felt samples. They're super easy. In fact, they're in this tub that you guys are sitting on right now. I'd show you, but I'd have to move the phone. But they're just little pieces of felt, and you just melt the wax and dip them right in and then bag them up. So those are awesome for summertime, so that you don't have to worry about them melting. And then follow up with people that you give samples to. It's not their job to come back to you. You want to follow up with them. So most likely the people you're giving samples to are people that you know, especially in the beginning. So just, in a few days or so, follow up with them and ask them, hey, Sally, what did you think about that pumpkin cinnamon swirl sample that I gave you? Did you like it? Because again, people's lives are busy. They're not going to be thinking about, oh, I need to reach back out and tell them, that I love this smell. So don't think you're bothering them. A lot of times my customers thank me for following up with them because they forget, or just lives are busy and things come up. So follow up is important when you're giving out samples. If you're just handing out samples and not asking them what they thought, then you're probably not going to get an order from it. I mean, not saying you can't, but you know what I mean. Tip number 6. It's okay. I love this one because I cringe when people tell me no, but it's okay to hear no. Okay. So when we first start, that is well, forget when you first start. I still dread hearing no from someone. But it's normal. It's normal for people to decline your offer. But what I have found is that when you lead the conversation by giving them something, for example, if you are messaging and you're trying to get the word out that you're a consultant, you want to message them and say, hey, this week I'm going to be sending out samples of pumpkin cinnamon swirl. I would love to get one in your mailbox. Would you like a sample? So chances are that person's not going to come back and say, no, I don't want a free sample, when you're offering something to them. So, so lead by giving. Don't cold message people. I've had so many times where there'll be a person that will pop up in my inbox that I haven't heard from since who knows when. And they joined a direct sales company, so they're messaging me to tell me, hey, do you want to help me, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. We don't do that with Scentsy. So cold messaging is just, they know and they see right through that. All they care about, that person on the other end cares about, is getting the sale. So, and that does not line up with Scentsy's core values. So don't cold message people. It's just not. It's not classy. Also, when you get your kit, it comes with the bag of testers. So, don't be afraid to split your testers up because you get a lot. We have over 80 fragrances. So if you get the full size kit, then you're going to get all of the fragrance testers. You can split those up into little pouches, whatever you want to do, Ziplocs, whatever you have. I like to use like pencil pouches from the dollar store or Walmart, and just split up like 10 or so in each pouch. And I try to do like a different scent from each category, so they're getting like a variety. That way you can get the scents in more people's hands. So maybe you bring one over to your neighbor, maybe you bring a couple to work, and then you've got them spread out. And then obviously a catalog to go with it. But that's a way to have a launch party, you guys. Like, that's considered a party because you are handing out your testers, you're letting them sniff, and then following up with them to get your testers back. So you'll be getting orders coming back in from that. So don't be afraid to split the testers up. You don't have to give them your entire bag of testers. Number 7, set yourself a goal to get certified. I know a lot of leaders say within 30 days, and I know maybe that sounds like a lot to some of you. But if you think about it, if you set yourself up and you set your goal of your launch party to be 500, you're already halfway to certified. So, and the reason I say to set that goal of getting certified as soon as possible is because you get a pay raise when you get certified. So that's going to help you get more commission. So you get a 5% pay raise. You go from 20% of what you sell to 25%, and it's permanent. So get that certified. So you get rewarded for getting certified. So that's another incentive. Another thing that has really, really helped me, and helped me even in the beginning, is a follow-up system. So you get AMI, I think free the first 3 months when you join. I believe it's three months. So now I don't know if that's with every join special. So when we have our like incentive join specials where it's like a really low price, it might not come with AMI. So don't quote me on that. But when you join and you buy the $99 kit, or you get the host exclusive kit for $59, you get AMI for 3 months. We didn't used to get that. That is like such a good tool. And then after that, even after the free trial period is up after 3 months, it's only like $7.99 a month. So I have AMI. It literally reminds you and lets you know, like, to follow up with your customers after they order. It lets you to follow up with them after maybe it's been a couple of months since they've ordered. If you have a team, it reminds you to follow up with your team members. And you can create templates that are specific to you, so like you don't have to use their lingo, so it actually sounds like you. It just makes life so easy, especially as your customer base grows. AMI is the bomb. It's literally like a checklist and a to-do list for you. So like what I like to do is every Monday, or pick a day of the week that works for me, and then I go through all my follow-ups, and it helps me just like stay on track with that. So, and that is something that's obviously going to build your business, because when you're following up with people and you're getting them to reorder, you're establishing a good customer base, and you're being a good consultant. You don't want to just reach out to them every time you want an order, but you want to be checking in on them. So AMI is great for that. So number 7. Tip number 8 is educate yourself. Sorry, I have notes over here because if I didn't have notes, I would be all over the place. So educate yourself. And when I say educate yourself, I don't mean just Scentsy stuff. You need to be pouring into you. So self-care falls under this. Whether it's like positive podcasts that you like. Some people like to watch like Rachel Hollis, or I forget the name of the other person, Angel, that you recommended. His name is escaping me, but he was really good too. So whether it's a podcast, a video, something positive to keep you upbeat. Also set time aside to watch videos like on YouTube about Scentsy. So like this would be part of being a good consultant. Educate yourself on more than just like Workstation. Educate yourself by checking the news tab every day. Okay, because that's where Scentsy is going to be posting daily if we're going to get a limited time edition product, when it's being released, if things are out of stock, when they're coming back. Okay, big announcements, events, and all of that stuff is going to be found on the news tab. So if we have a flash sale, you don't want to miss that, because those are amazing. That's going to be on the news tab. Okay, so get in the habit of keeping yourself in the know with that also. But if there's something that you want to know more of. So like for me, when I was new, I literally Googled and YouTubed everything, okay? At one point in my business, I was working on systems and I didn't know how to make a Google form. So I YouTubed how to create a Google form, because you can't expect your sponsor or another consultant, whoever you're reaching out to show you every single thing. And it's very, very helpful to watch and learn it yourself, because it gives you like a sense of pride. I remember after, even though as simple as that sounds, a Google form, right? Some people know how to just create them. But I was so proud of myself because I didn't have to reach out to somebody. Okay, I taught myself. And when you train yourself, then you're able to train others. If you're leading a team, it's really good to be able to do that. So also, I highly recommend, for Scentsy, amazing Scentsy content, to subscribe to OG Boss Babes. So you guys probably are familiar with Chloe Cox. She's amazing. She and her husband have a whole wide variety of trainings, from new consultant trainings to how to follow up, how to customer care, systems. I mean, you name it, they have trainings on there. And she is so thorough and detailed, and it's just awesome. So I highly recommend it. That is something that I still watch. And when I was new, I watched her Boss Babes trainings for new consultants, and I just love her. She's awesome. So, but if you find that you're not connecting with a certain trainings, then go and search it for someone else. So some people might connect better with Jennifer Anderson. She's got amazing trainings also. I highly recommend subscribing to hers. So do what works for you. So whoever you feel like you learn best from. So that is tip number 8. Tip number 9, build your brand. Find out what you want from this business. Do you want to make $50 a month? Do you want to make $100 a month? Find out what you want from this, okay? And then when I say build your brand, I mean like brand yourself. So I'm wearing a Scentsy shirt because I'm going to the dentist. Well, I like to wear Scentsy shirts anyways, but I'm going to the dentist, so I'm going to be out in public today and people are going to be seeing me, and I want to be branded. So I'm wearing my Scentsy shirt. I have Scentsy hats, also business cards. If you go to Vistaprint and you wait for like their 50% off sale, you can get business cards for like super duper cheap. If you're like super tech savvy and you have a printer at home, you can probably print your own. I'm not. So Vistaprint is where it's at for me. So also part of branding yourself is Facebook, Instagram. Make sure your website is in your link in your bio on Instagram. It needs to be known that you're a Scentsy consultant. So if I go to your Facebook page and I don't see anything about Scentsy, why would anybody order from you or even reach out to you when they think, oh, hey, I need smell goods, right? So brand yourself. Make it obvious that you sell Scentsy. And you guys probably already know this. I use social media, Instagram and Facebook, mostly stories, to market my Scentsy business. And I can't even begin to explain how many new customers I've gained just from sharing in my stories consistently. So I stay consistent with it. I mean, there might be a couple days that go by where I'm like, I don't post as much, but typically I share my day-to-day use of Scentsy. So if I'm changing my wax, I'll record it and I'll post it on social media. If we get a new product and I get a shipment in, I'll unbox it on Instagram Live. So social media is a free platform that you can use to your advantage. It's not the way that you would build your whole entire business, but it's definitely a great thing to utilize. So just make sure you guys have your one meal. I always forget to, right? You're talking about your business cards? Yes, I agree. I have been caught red-handed where I don't have my business cards and it stinks. So yeah, make sure you have them on you if you get business cards. So, all right. So my last tip is tip number 10, dream big, set goals for yourself, whether they're weekly, monthly, daily goals. So for example, for new consultants, your first goal would be shooting star, 500 within your first 15 days. Even if you don't want the kit that they're offering, so even if you're like, I don't really want that kit, you still want to strive for that. Like Scentsy gives you kind of an outline when you first join and goals that you can reach for. And if you have a goal, even if you don't hit it, at least you're aiming for something, right? And if you do, even better, right? So, and then you have Sensational Start, which like I said, there's product credits that are involved with those. Sensational Start level 1, 2, and 3. So, set goals for yourself. Make your list of 100. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little side story about this. I never made my list of 100 in the beginning because I was intimidated by the fact that it was a list of 100. I didn't have 100 people to put down on paper, which may sound crazy, but I didn't. I might not still have 100 people. Well, that's not necessarily true. I do have a bigger customer base now, but my point is, don't let that list of 100 deter you from making your list if you only have 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. Make that list because these are people, these are family, these are friends, these are neighbors, these are, PTA moms that you might know, wherever community you're involved in, that can be on that list, okay, for you to reach out to and let them know, hey, I've started this business, gonna have my launch party, would you like a sample or would you like to smell my testers? So that list is awesome, whether it's 20 or 100, make that list. So my next point, if you don't set goals, then you're kind of setting yourself up to fail. Okay, so today my goal was to get on here and do this team training. So as a leader, if I don't set goals, then I'm kind of willy-nilly, right? I'm not going to help grow you guys if I don't set goals, or myself. Okay, so set yourself up for success. And don't let fear hold you back. Like, I remember how scared I was the first time I was like, I wanted so badly to go live and like share Scentsy products that would come in or whatever. And I was so afraid of what other people thought that I didn't go live for a really long time. Probably like the first 4 or 5 months of my business, I didn't go live. I would record videos, and this is totally fine too. You can record videos and then upload them later. So that way you can go back and look and see if you absolutely hate it, you don't have to upload it. So it sounds silly, but that's how I got over my fears. I recorded videos and I would upload them. So just short ones like, hey, here's me using our dish soap. It's so lathery and wonderful and it smells amazing. If you want a sample, let me know. So these videos don't have to be these long, lengthy anything. It's simple. Don't overcomplicate it. And I swear, like, once you get over that fear, it's going to feel so good because number one, you're growing your business, you're overcoming your fears. So you feel better. You feel like you're growing, and that is how we grow. So, what do they always say? Growth never comes from comfort zones. It's so true. So I think that's all I have. And like I said, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And so if you have new people that join and you want a good resource of like some tips, you can refer to my channel. Or like I said, I love OG Boss Babes. It is awesome. Also Jennifer Anderson. So many great resources on YouTube. So I hope this helps somebody. And if you guys have any questions, just pop them in the comments. Have a great day.